During internship in Nova Bank, Elon realized that banking industry was slow and old-fashioned. He wanted to disrupt the entire banking system by moving every aspect of banking, payment, investments, loans and saving accounts completely online, without any physical branches. With this vision, he invested $12 million and launched Xstart company in 1999. At that time, people barely trust online shopping, let alone online banking. As a result, attracting customers was extremely difficult. To solve this problem, Elon came with a brilliant growth strategy. Every new user who joined Xstart Complete received $20 for free, base they could spend immediately. In addition, users earn a 10 referral bonus for every person they invited to the platform. The strategy was incredibly successful. Within just 2 months, Xstart.com had attracted more than 2 lakhs users. But there was one problem. Elon was not only the person planning to revolutionize online payment. Around the same time, a young entrepreneur named Peter Thiel had launched a digital payment company called PayPal. Both companies were spending millions on marketing in an attempt to dominate the market. However, by early 2000, both sides realized that if they continued fighting, they could end up destroying each other. As a result, the two companies merged in March 2000. In the newly merged company, Elon became the largest shareholder and CEO, and company continued operating under the name of Xstart.com. But after the merger, it became clear that Elon and the former PayPal founder had major disagreements. Elon wanted to keep the name Xstart.com while many employees and customers prefer PayPal. At the same time, Elon's management style, often described as demanding and intense, he closely monitored employees, publicly criticized mistakes, and expect tasks that normally took days or weeks to be completed within all. During this period, Elon married his longtime girlfriend Justine. In September 2000, the couple traveled to Australia for their honeymoon. While Elon was a senior executive and member of board, took advantage of this situation and removed him from the CEO position, replacing him with Peter Thiel. When Elon returned, he tried hard to regain control of the company but was unsuccessful. Nevertheless, he remained PayPal's largest shareholder. Fortunately, under Peter Thiel's leadership, PayPal continued to grow rapidly. In 2002, eBay acquired PayPal for $1.5 billion. From their deal, Elon earned approximately $180 million. After PayPal's success, Elon has become one of the Silicon Valley's most successful entrepreneurs, but that disrupting strategy struck his life. Due to a medical condition, Elon and Justin lost their 2.5-month-old son. The loss deeply affected him. For 3 weeks, he could not bring himself to return home because he could not bear the thought of seeing his son's empty cradle. As a child, Elon often dealt with bullying by immersing himself in books and programming. In similar way, he coped with his grief by throwing himself completely into work. In 2001, at the age of 30, Elon began searching for another industry that could be transformed through innovation. Since childhood, he had been fascinated by space. He built and launched a miniature rocket and spent countless hours reading about science and space exploration. One day, a question crossed his mind: why have not humans explored Mars more seriously? He visited NASA website and discovered that there were no immediate plan for a mission focused on establishing life on Mars. At that moment, he decided that his next mission would be help make Mars exploration a reality. Elon began meeting some of the world's best rocket scientists and immersed himself in books on the rocket science. Over time, he developed a deep understanding of field himself. He launched the Life of Mars Foundation and started the Mars Oasis project. The goal was simple but ambitious: send a small greenhouse Mars and grow plus plant on red planet. He wanted to prove the world that life could potentially exist on Mars and inspire public excitement about space explorations once again. To achieve this, Elon planned to take a mission intercontinental plastic missile from Russia and use them as launch vehicle. He organized a trip to Russia with a team of aerospace experts hoping to purchase the rocket, but the negotiation quickly fell apart. The Russian Sarah did not take Elon seriously because of his age and lack of experience in aerospace industry. Elon had hoped to buy 3 rockets for around $20 million. Instead, Russians quoted a price of $21 million for a single rocket. At that point, Elon had his team realized that purchasing rocket from Russia was not a realistic option on the flight back. While the rest of the team was disappointed and frustrated, Elon was busy working on calculation on his laptop. After a while, he looked up and said something: "If we can't buy rocket, then we will build them from ourselves." He began analyzing the cost of raw material manufacturing, assembly, and launch operation. To his surprise, he discovered that raw material required to build a rocket represented only a small fraction of the final price. Remaining expenses could be reduced through better design and manufacturing processes. Elon understood that the real problem with the space industry was not that nobody wanted to explore Mars. The problem was that humanity simply did not have affordable rocket to make it possible. And that was when he decided that he was going to transform the space industry. This is how SpaceX began. In June 2002, Elon purchased a 75,000 square foot warehouse and converted it into a modern rocket factory. He hired some of our best rocket scientists and engineers from organizations like Boeing and NASA. They all had one mission: to build cheapest and fastest rocket manufacturing company in the space industry. To achieve this, Elon implemented several innovation strategies. While most aerospace companies kept their rocket design teams and manufacturing teams separate, SpaceX placed them together. This saved time and reduced mistakes. Then SpaceX adopted vertical integration. Parts that were previously purchased from third-party suppliers such as engines, fuel tanks, and battery packs were now manufactured in-house because suppliers were often slow and expensive. Finally, Elon noticed that other companies were spending 2 to 3 times more than necessary on many rocket components, even though cheaper parts could perform the same function. Along with this, Elon announced their SpaceX first rocket will be called Falcon 1. At that time, other companies charged around $70 million to send a 6-kilogram payload into low Earth orbit. Elon's promise was born. SpaceX will deliver the same payload for only $7 million. The company's goal was to launch Falcon 1 in just 1 year. But despite their best efforts, it took 4 years to complete the rocket. Finally, in 2006, the big day arrived. A 70-foot-tall silver-color Falcon 1 stood ready on the launch pad. The countdown reached 0. The rocket lifted off the ground. The entire team erupted in celebration, but only 25 seconds later, disaster struck. A small fuel leak caught the fire near the engine. Falcon 1 lost control and crashed. Elon and his team were literally watching their dream burn before their eyes, but they gathered courage and without wasting much time immediately began preparing for second launch attempt. Exactly 1 year later, Falcon 1's second launch attempt took place. This time, more than 3 minutes has passed since liftoff, and everything appeared to be going perfect. The first stage separation was successful, but then second stage engine shut down a yield than expected. As that is, Falcon 1 began spinning uncontrollably in the sky and crashed once again. Elon was disappointed, but he knew they were getting very close to success, so he immediately began preparing for third launch attempt. In August 2008, Falcon 1 made its third launch attempt, but once again success slipped away. Because of a minor error, Falcon 1 exploded in the sky. The control dome fell completely silent. Along that rocket, nearly $100 million of Elon's own money had gone up in flame. SpaceX now had enough money for only one more launch. If the next attempt fails, SpaceX would be finished forever. But SpaceX was not only the company fighting for survival. At the same time, Elon's other company was also on the verge of collapse. The company was Tesla. While entering the space industry, Elon had also been analyzing the automobile industry. He knew that modern cars depended heavily on fossil fuels, which were gradually running out, causing massive pollution. His prediction was simple: in future, government around the world will eventually shift towards clean energy transportation. In other words, electric cars were the future. At that time, a few companies had already attempted to build electric vehicles such as General Motors EV1. However, they were slow, expensive, and had limited driving range. As a result, most of these projects failed. After those failures, the automotive industry largely abandoned the idea of electric vehicle. Elon realized that if electric cars were ever going to succeed, they needed to be better than gasoline car in 4 areas: speed, range, price, and exploitational value. Fortunately, he discovered a startup that was already working toward the same vision. Their startup was Tesla Motor. Tesla had been founded by engineers Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning. Their idea was to build a high-performance electric sports car called Roadster. Traditional electric vehicle used lead-acid batteries. But Tesla research showed that if they wanted to fast charging and earn driving range of around 300 km, they will need to use same battery technology found in laptops and phone, lithium-ion batteries. The Roadster will accelerate from 0 to 100 km/h in just 4 seconds, while also offering superior looks, performance, and features. Seeing the potential of this region, Elon invested $6.5 million in Tesla in 2004. and became a lead investor. But while Tesla vision was bold, executing it proved extremely difficult. Lithium-ion battery technology was still relatively new, and adapting it for automotive use was major engineering challenge. Tesla has originally estimated that its Roadster could be sold around $65,000, but by 2007 the manufacturing cost alone had risen nearly $100,000 per car. At those costs, Tesla's entire business model was in danger of collapsing. Recognizing their urgency of situation, Elon stepped in, became deeply involved in Tesla's leadership. But before he could fully turn things around, the 2008 global financial crisis hit. The crisis devastated the automotive industry. By then, Elon had already invested most of his capital into Tesla. Other investors refused to contribute additional funding as his Tesla was rapidly approaching bankruptcy. So in 2008, Elon found himself facing an almost impossible situation. On one side, SpaceX was on the brink of collapse after 3 consecutive launch failures. On the other side, Tesla was only a few weeks away from bankruptcy. Most entrepreneurs will have chosen to save one company and let the other fail, but Elon was different. He sold his McLaren sports car and other personal assets, and poured even more money into Tesla so it could survive a little longer. At the same time, he became personally involved in preparing Falcon 1's fourth launch attempt. Everything depended on the rocket. Finally, in December 2008, the day Falcon 1's fourth launch arrived, once again Falcon 1 stood ready on the launch pad, not only SpaceX's future but Elon's future as well depend on single launch. The countdown reached 0. The rocket lift of the first stage was successful, the second stage was successful, the third stage was successful, yet nobody celebrated. The team had been disappointed too many times before. Then a few minutes later, cheers erupted across the control room. Confirmation appeared on the screen. Falcon 1 had successfully reached orbit. SpaceX had become the first privately funded company in history to launch a liquid fuel rocket into Earth orbit. It was a historic moment. Just a few weeks later, NASA awarded SpaceX a $1.5 billion contract to deliver cargo to the International Space Station. Their contract transformed SpaceX from a struggling startup into the world's most successful private space company. But while SpaceX had finally survived, Tesla was still fighting for its life. Elon personally contacted investor and explaining that was not only the Roadster ready but thousands of customers had already placed pre-order. All Tesla needed was enough funding to begin mass production. Finally, Elon's persistence pays off. On Christmas Eve, Tesla secured $40 million in emerging funding, saving the company just days before bankruptcy. But that funding, Tesla began mass producing and delivering the Roadster. The car succeeded, proved something that many people had considered impossible. An electric car could be fast, long-range, and desirable, but there was still one problem. The Roadster was a two-step sports car. It was expensive, and it appeared only a small niche of customer. Elon knew that if Tesla was going to become a truly successful automobile company, it could not just build car for the wealthy, it had to build cars for everyone. That's why in 2003, Tesla launched the Model S premium electric sedan, capable of accelerating from 0 to 97 km in just 4.2 seconds. One single charge, it could travel nearly 500 km, and its design looks sleek and futuristic. But what truly made the Model S special was that it was not just a car, it was essentially a computer-on vehicle. It featured a massive 17-inch touchscreen that allowed users to control almost every function of the vehicle, including lighting, climate control, navigation, and entertainment. In addition, just like a laptop or smartphone, the car could receive software upgrades that add new features and improve existing ones over time. Even the door handle automatically extended when the driver approached the vehicle. Because of this innovation, the Model S was not simply a good electric car, it was arguably better than many existing cars on the market. The Model S became an instant success and won Motor Trend's prestigious Car of the Year award. Following its success, Tesla went public and in 2013 became profitable for the first time. Over the following year, Tesla launched the Model X, Model 3, and Model Y. By end of this decade, Tesla had become one of the world's most valuable automobile company. Today, the company continued working toward fully autonomous driving technology. Meanwhile, SpaceX was making a quality model cable progress. The company introduced the Falcon 9, a rocket capable of carrying far more payload than Falcon 1. Then in 2015, SpaceX achieved something many experts have considered impossible: reusable rocket. Instead of building a brand new rocket for every mission, SpaceX could now they covered that reuse its rocket dramatically reduced the cost of space travel through a project called Starlink. SpaceX launched 1,000 satellites in orbit, providing high-speed internet access to people around the world, and today SpaceX is developing its most ambitious rocket yet, Starship. A spacecraft designed with the ultimate goal of getting human to Mars beyond Tesla SpaceX Elon continued pursuing other ambitious ideas to revolutionize transportation. Interestingly, he founded the boarding company and proposed a Hyperloop concept. In 2015, he also launched Neuralink, a company working on brain-computer interfaces that could one day allow direct communication between the human brain and computer. More recently, Elon entered the social media industry by acquiring Twitter, which was later rebranded as X. He also launched an X AI and artificial intelligence company focused on developing advanced AI systems. Because of success of this venture, Elon Musk became one of the wealthiest individuals in modern history. But along with success came very controversy. Many employees have criticized the intense work culture and extreme pressure within his company's following Twitter acquisition. Thousands of employees were laid off, sparking whispered debate. Yet regardless of what people think about him, one thing remains undeniable: you may love him, you may hate him, but no one can ignore him, because some people did not wait for the future to arrive, they built it themselves. And that was the story of Elon Musk.